Hey guys, No Gas Nico here. I found a doozy on the internet. This is great. It gives me an opportunity to dispel all the common things I've been seeing online. And this is kind of like a one-size-fits-all little chart. I'll put it up on the screen for you right now, but it's right here. I have it printed out so I can go through it. It's basically EV bingo. So here it is. Check it out. All right, now before I continue, please like, subscribe. You can subscribe. You don't have to hit the notification bell if you don't want to, but subscribe will make me happy and it'll help my channel and allow me to put more videos out like this. So let's get through this, and I'm gonna try to do it pretty quick because it's getting dark and I'm in my car and I kind of want to go inside because it's 17 degrees out right now. Anyway, let's go. Starting with B column. Wait until you have to replace the batteries. Batteries now, there's two different sources, Koranbike.com and UTTimeNews.com have it 13 to 15 years lifespan of batteries. They were less than 10 years not too long ago. So as battery management is increasing, I'm expecting to get 20 years out of this car I'm sitting in right now. This is a 2020 Nissan Leaf. In 2040, I want to be reporting to you guys that I'm still driving my car and it's got 400,000 miles. I have no doubt that's going to happen. I'll keep my diesel truck. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll keep my diesel. Great. Nobody asked you to sell your diesel. Keep your diesel. I actually want a diesel myself. I have a Kubota that I need to haul. I got an F-150 to haul it with. And that thing struggles because the Kubota is so heavy. So I have an EV. I also want a diesel. One lap and you have to charge it. How big is this lap? 200, 300 miles? 400 miles? That's just dumb. Next one on the bingo, your electrical bill will skyrocket. I love this one. Okay, so I get 2 cents a mile costs me on electrical. It's 10 cents a mile for gas. If you have a 30 mile per gallon vehicle, it costs $3 a gallon for gas. It costs you 10 cents a mile. I pay 14 cents a kilowatt. So you can do it 4 miles per kilowatt. You can do your own math. So yeah, my electrical bill goes up, but my gasoline bill went down at a rate of about 4 times, 5 times faster than my electrical bill went up. So if I spend $1,000 in fuel, I'm gonna spend $200 to $250 in electricity. Okay, I'll accept my electric bill going up. Last one. Electricity comes from magic fairy dust unicorns. Okay, some a little tongue-in-cheek there. Well, let's do a breakdown of where electricity does come from. In Michigan, 28.9% comes from coal, 1.2% from hydro, 26.1% from natural gas, 30.5% is coming from nuclear power, only 0.4% from solar, and 8.5% from wind farms. So less than 30% is coming from coal. So everyone jumping on this coal bandwagon, it's not there. And that data I got from chooseenergy.com. If you want to check it out yourself, I'll put all the links to these pages in the description below. Now let's go on to I column. EVs cause more pollution than gasoline. Take a minute to review this data I pulled from EPA.org. So here we go.
Myth number 5. Electric vehicles are worse for the climate than gasoline cars because of battery manufacturing. Fact, the greenhouse gas emissions associated with an electric vehicle over its lifetime are typically lower than those of the average gasoline-powered vehicle, even when accounting for the manufacturing. So when you look over the lifespan, they did a study on 300-mile electric range vehicles, and basically, even after they did the manufacturing over the life of the vehicle, emissions are a lot lower. So we'll see in the next depiction the graph associated with such. As you see in this graph, this represents greenhouse gas emissions over the life of the vehicle. EVs on the left, gasoline cars on the right. Blue is the manufacturing process. Orange would be just your regular operation of the vehicle. So you see over the life of each vehicle, EVs have a lot less impact on the environment with greenhouse gases than a gasoline car or an internal combustion engine, otherwise referred to as ICE.
All right, so as you can see, yeah, it's a little bit more in the manufacturing of the EV, but it's not overall. It's better for the environment. So people are just, I hear that, see that all the time on Facebook forum posts. It's just not true, people. So, moving on. Coal power. We kind of already talked about that. It's wind, solar, natural gas, nuke. It's not coal power. Third one down in the I column. The batteries will explode. True. Batteries can explode. That's not uncommon, or I wouldn't say that's not common. It has happened. We've seen the videos. We've seen pictures of a Tesla in ball in flames, a Chevy Bolt burning down a garage. But Auto Insurance EZ did a survey, a study. They found that 25.1 per 100,000 EVs caught fire, as opposed to 1,530 internal combustion engines have caught fire. This is all per 100,000 units. So 25.1 versus 1,530. Sounds like you're more likely to have a gas vehicle catch fire than an EV at the moment. So there you have it. That's actual data. Some people don't like data. What if your battery dies? Same thing if you run out of gas. There's a battery gauge in my car, and there's another little estimator that tells me about how many miles the car thinks I can make. It's running low. I go somewhere and I fill it up. Same thing with your gas gauge. Your gas gauge gets near that little E, you pull into a gas station, you fill up. So that's kind of one of the dumbest things I've ever seen is, what if your battery dies? Charge it. Last one in the I column. No noise is boring. Well, don't buy one. If you think the car's boring, don't buy one. You don't have to comment on it. I actually like the quietness. My wife really likes the quietness of the vehicle. I tell you, she used to have a 2018 Ford Escape, little 4-cylinder EcoBoost, and after I was driving my EV for several months after she got her Escape, I took it for a ride. I thought the exhaust was bad. I thought something was wrong with the exhaust because it was so loud. It was normal. It was perfectly fine. The car was maybe a year old. Anyway, I like the quiet. If you don't like it, get yourself something and just cut the exhaust off, run it straight headers. That's fine. Just make it as loud as you can. Hell, why not just end like you're running an Indy race car? All right, let's move on to the end column. I don't want to wait 20 hours to charge a car. Interesting. My wife just took my car out for a spin. Grocery shopping, took the son out for lunch, whatever. And I don't know how many miles she drove, but I'm down to 15% of my battery. I'm looking at my gauge and it says, oh, it's going to take 3 hours to charge it at my house while I'm doing laundry, making dinner, sleeping. Car's going to be full. So I'm not waiting 20 hours to charge it. This one's only 3 hours, but I'm going to be here for more than 3 hours. Also, DC fast chargers, they can charge at a rate of 100 kilowatts. This car will take 100 kilowatts. Cars are starting to get into the 350 kilowatt range. So a fast charger at 350 kilowatts will give you over 200 miles of range in 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, you're not going to wait 20 hours. Winter range. Yes, in the winter, you don't drive as far. You need the electricity to run the heater. Heater on full blast will take probably about 4 to 5 kilowatts to run. To maintain temperature, 1 to 3 kilowatts. Usually probably hovering around a 2 kilowatt range. So 2 kilowatts an hour means you're going to lose potentially 8 miles of range. So it depends on how long you're running your heat. So in an hour, you're going to lose about 8 miles of range. So is it a lot? If you're driving 70 miles an hour, so instead of you're going to go 70 miles, you're going to lose 8 miles of range. Okay. I got 240 mile range in this car. 8 miles, I can give up for a little bit of heat. It's no big deal. Third space on the end, it says any boomer comment. It's not my card, people. I didn't put that in there. I think that's a little mean. Somebody obviously doesn't like the boomer generation, the baby boomers. Great generation. But anyway, I'm not going to comment on that space. We'll just move on. Lithium mines are dirty. Yep. You ever seen pictures of coal miners? Everybody supports coal. Look at the coal miners. Yeah, that's... I don't know what your point is there. Where are you going to store all the dead batteries? You don't store them. You repurpose them. Old EV batteries are getting repurposed for off-line storage for wind and solar. When you're not having a large demand and they're overproducing energy, the energy is either going to go somewhere or it's gone, especially with solar. It's either stored or it's gone. So a lot of Nissan Leaf batteries, like the old 2011s, 2012s, the ones that had problems with the batteries that were dying fast, where a lot of these misconceptions come from, they're being used as storage facilities for these systems, and they're actually becoming very profitable using them, because the batteries, you know, they may have lost 50% of their capacity, but they still have 50% of their capacity. So they're not usable in a vehicle. You can use them for wind and solar. Check out this website where it shows this. It's from greencarreports.com. It's got a little article about it. I think it's pretty neat. I'll put the link in the comments. All right. Now we're going to move over to the G column. First one says it's a golf cart. You're driving an overpriced golf cart. So the last time you went 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds in a golf cart. Not this car. It's Tesla Model S Plaid, but golf cart. This will go 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. 6.5. Not a golf cart. Second one, G, is the poor kids in Africa. I'm assuming they're talking about the mining of lithium, and are the kids doing mining? I really don't understand what that argument is, why not to buy an EV because of the poor kids in Africa. So if anybody wants to comment on that, that'd be great. Electromagnetic radiation. I love this one. Put your tin foil on your head, because you might gonna get irradiated by this electromagnetic field. It's harmless. It's as harmless as the radiation you receive from the visible white light spectrum. You've never heard of that? Look up at the sun. It's visible white light. That's the purest white light you can get. When you're not getting the UV rays, it's safe. Electromagnetic radiation is completely harmless to people. So, whatever. You can't go on a road trip. False. Actually, I got 2 road trip videos. If you want to follow my page, you can check those videos out yourself. One of them was 190-mile round trip, and another one was a 390-mile round trip. I did it all in one day. Okay. So, and actually, newer EVs can do them better because they can charge faster than this one. Even though mine's a 2020, it only charges up to 100 kilowatts. But I haven't found a station that will give me 100 kilowatts yet. Most I've gotten is 53 kilowatts per hour. So Tesla, nothing for Tesla to go over 100 kilowatts, 120. So they can do it even better than I can. They're ugly. Well, it's preference. Some people don't think they're ugly. I don't think they're ugly. I actually really like the look of my car. It doesn't really look any different than a normal gasoline car. It's I'll put a picture of it up. So, looks like a normal car. It is a normal car. It just has an electric motor and a battery instead of a gas engine and a transmission. I mean, it's got a gearbox, whatever. So they're not ugly. Actually, I think some of the Tesla cars are very, very good looking cars. I actually wanted a Tesla, but I bought this one instead because I got the $7,500 tax credit, which made it a lot more affordable. Oh, let's go to O. They cost too much for normal people. I addressed that in a video too. Again, you can go to my page and look at cost comparison I did between this car I purchased versus a same year Chevy Malibu, which is about the same size car as this. Way more cheaper to own and operate. This car, I bought it, MSRP was $39,000. They gave a $6,000 rebate from the dealer, and so $33,000. There you go. All right, next one down for all. You're only moving the emissions to a power plant. We talked about where the power come from. Actually, 22 states in the United States, less than 10% of their power comes from coal. Of those 22, 9 states, 0 comes from coal. So if you're living in any of those 9 states that have no coal energy production, you can actually argue that, hey, no, my power, I know this isn't powered by the coal plants. Nobody wants to tell you that, though. And like I said, in my state, less than 30% of it comes from coal. Now, there you go. You have to change the battery every 4 to 5 years. Well, I addressed that in the B column, number 1, 13 to 15 years, and I think that number is low. I think it's closer to 20-year lifespan on the batteries, but yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Fourth one down on O is it's an iPad on wheels. The iPad was one of the most user-friendly, sought-after device for people to be able to work on, so wouldn't that make it more attractive? iPad on wheels. But anyway. EVs are too heavy. Okay. They do weigh more. Battery packs can weigh over 1,000 pounds. But as 1,000 pounds the normal weight of the car. I have to look up what the weight is on this car, and I'll put it up here. And it is heavier than your normal car. Also makes it great in the snow when it's heavy. In Michigan, that's a great plus. This car is fantastic in the snow. I haven't had a car this good in the snow. Only thing I've had this better than this in the snow is my F-150 four-wheel drive. But besides that, I don't even drive my F-150 anymore. Even when it snows, unless it's like 14 to 20 inches, I'll drive this car. So there you have it. Are they heavy? Yeah. Does it matter? No. Think about where that weight is. That weight's underneath me, in between the frame rails. That's where the battery pack lives. So it takes an extra 1,000 to 1,200 pounds, puts it very low underneath my feet. So I just lowered the center of gravity on this car, changed it. That's what they do in NASCAR. They try to make their center of gravity very low so it will handle the corners better. Guess what this car does? It handles corners like a champ. There's no rocking or listing back and forth. I hit a turn fast because I wasn't paying attention. It just takes it, no problem. So, yeah, they're heavier, but they put the weight where it should be, and it makes this car just drive like a performance vehicle, not a grocery getter. So, there you have it. Your EV bingo. Sorry, I was looking at the sheets, but I did this, and I had my notes here to kind of go over a few things. Like I said, check out my other videos. I've already addressed some of these things in videos, and it's stuff like this that I've been wanting to address, and that's the whole reason why I made this channel. And also, I started a playlist with my Kubota. I only got one video so far, and that's of installing a block heater on my Kubota. So if you're into like tractors and home improvement stuff, I'm going to be doing videos on that. So and if you want to click the notification bell, go ahead and do that, and you'll get notified when I put out new videos. I'm trying to do one a week, maybe one every other week. See how it goes. Life sometimes makes it difficult. All right, take care, friends.